Hi guys, welcome back to another video and welcome if you're new to my channel. This is all about affirmations and tying affirming into a genuinely successful manifesting routine, schedule and overall habit, like creating a literal life habit where every day you're successfully manifesting. So I'm going to talk today about why affirmations are not the key to literally just shifting your reality 180 or getting from A to Z to your full end result, and why affirmations may not actually be what you need to be focusing on. So I'm going to explain what I mean in this video. I promise it's not clickbait. I genuinely am going to say why affirmations as a literal individual concept, it's not exactly what you need to be focusing on. There's a different element in manifesting that is the key. So I'm going to explain that to you guys today, give you like a step-by-step guide into what I'm talking about. So if this sounds interesting and you'd like to hear my advice and perspective, then please keep watching and do thumbs up, subscribe, turn on the notification bell. It would mean a lot to me and I think you guys would really benefit as well. And speaking of which, you can work with me. I offer a £2.99 monthly membership program. So it's really, really good value for you guys. I always say this, it's about half the price of, a Netflix subscription. So you can pay just $2.99 and get extra content from me, engage with me on an extra level through a monthly Q&A where I answer all your questions individually. So yeah, you want to stay tuned for that. If you join now, you'll have about 5 or 6 months worth of Q&As to watch right now. So it's going to be really, really amazing, good value. So sign up if you're interested. The join button is just below. And also you can work with me one-on-one. If you want to take an extra step, you can pay a little bit extra and work with me directly. I will answer all your manifestation queries and issues. Everything will be on screen. You'll get 50% off all my packages if you let's say you purchase the SP Masterclass, then if you want 3 emails, if you want 3 DMs, if you want a week of unlimited, one of those, whatever you choose to pick, will be 50% off. So by buying the masterclass, you'll get a discount. Do reach out and take a look on screen, pause and take a note of it if you're interested. Sign up with me for coaching. I do have open slots available. So yeah, now let's start the video. So the reason I always stand by affirmations, why it's such a key part of law of assumption, and many other coaches, especially Sammy Ingram, I think she's one of, if not the most well-known. A lot of you guys will watch her stuff or maybe found me through her, for example. Not that she mentioned me, but I mean you came from her content. And mine is pretty similar. So the reason I and many other coaches talk about affirmations, it's because of the repetition. So I'll get into more of examples of what I mean, why affirmations themselves is not the key element, but I do stand by it. Affirmations are amazing and the best, most efficient way to just go straight to the end result of what you want. It's the repetition. That's why they're so good, why they're so amazing. And why as a coach I'm always vouching for affirming. And that's my first question with a client, if they're not getting what they want, is it because you're not affirming enough? So it is literally the repetition. So saying one affirmation, I could say right now, I'm a multimillionaire. Okay, but it's probably not going to manifest, and it could, but it's not going to manifest quickly the way a normal manifestation would, because I've just said it once in this video. I'd have to say it probably 500 more times today and for the next couple of weeks to start seeing the results come in, right? At least. So it's going to take time for my mind to accept the fact that I could be, and then eventually I am a multimillionaire. So that's an example for you guys where I'm going from a situation where I'm not a multimillionaire to trying to get to the end result. I can't just say it once, unless I'm willing to wait 10 years for that result to come in, which I wouldn't be if that's what I'm manifesting. So it's ultimately up to you to persist. You have to put in that work. You have to apply the repetition. Whatever your affirmation is, for a lot of people, generally speaking, it's like SP loves me, SP is my boyfriend, SP is my girlfriend, SP and I are married to each other. You have to you have to apply the repetition. You have to be super consistent and persist. That means to continue every day, not give up, not let any hurdles or, temporary roadblocks stand in your way. You jump over them and you keep persisting. That's what it means. So you apply the repetition into your affirmations. So the affirmation is kind of at the core. That's what you're doing. But at the frequency you have to be doing it, it's called persisting. that every day you may not be getting the text messages, the emails, the phone calls, or the invites that you want, but you persist. You don't care, you don't worry about what is going on in the 3D, that it hasn't shown up to you physically yet. You persist. That is literally the key element. So you have to be consistent every single day to the best of your ability. I always say that, and I always remind you guys, I'm not here to scare you or fearmonger or cause panic or anxiety or doubt. Like, I'm literally here to give you the answers and like genuinely say in specific details what you need to do, because I myself have been victim to some really poor quality coaches, let's just say that. And I want to be really, really precise with you guys. So to the best of your ability, you don't have to be perfect. You're not going to ruin anything if you do one thing wrong or you mess up for one day or for 1 hour, okay? You just put your best effort in to persist every day. So being consistent every day means doing all the right things as often and as best as you can every single day. As much free time as you have throughout the day, you affirm. As mentally capable as you feel today, tomorrow, and this whole week to apply a mental diet, you do so. So don't beat yourself up, but please do try and put in the effort necessary where possible. The mental diet is a key element. So that's why I'm saying the repetition of affirmations, and also beyond just the affirmation. It's not just you spending a little bit of time, a portion, a fraction of your day looping affirmations. That's amazing. And that is the first step. But if you're coming from a negative old story or from doubt, and you're really trying to manifest something that's almost the physical opposite of what your 3D reality currently presents, then the mental diet is going to be essential. So you either spend a significant portion of your day affirming and being really aware of your thoughts and just looping your affirmation basically, or you spend some time affirming, but then you're on a mental diet. So it's not that you do an hour of affirming, even 2 hours of affirming a day, which is quite, that's a long portion of your day to spend affirming. It's great. But then you can't spend the next, let's say consciously, the next 12, 14 hours, about 14, isn't it, that you would have free, about, 12 to 14 hours wavering, reacting, crying, complaining on the phone, daydreaming about negative circumstances. You can't balance it out. There's no balance there. 2 hours is going to be completely overridden by all the negative thoughts you're allowing the rest of the day, because it's your predominant thoughts that reflect in your reality. So whatever you predominantly think and focus on is what's going to keep showing up. And like I said, it's great if you're doing affirmations, and especially if you're spending hours a day at looping them, but then it's the predominant thought. So if you spend 3 more hours every single day crying, worrying, wavering, and doubting, and you're not flipping any of those thoughts around, and you're just sitting and wallowing in, that negative mindset, that's what's going to keep predominantly reflecting, because the amount of time you've spent there is longer than you have on manifesting. It really isn't about trying a technique. It's not saying, well, I looped, SP loves me 50 times today, and, it's been a week, and why hasn't SP texted me? First of all, that's not a huge amount to shift your beliefs around if you're coming from a negative perspective or a negative old story. But second of all, you've spent 15-20 minutes a day, which is great progress and a great start. But what have you done the rest of the day? Have you had a clean mental diet? Have you been aware of your thoughts? Have you had conversations that have been positive or negative with other people? You have to think about these other elements of why you're not seeing the change come in. So it's not about saying, oh, but I used affirmations. Okay, but to what extent? For how long? What were the rest of your thoughts like? So it really has to be a consistent thought process every day, and like I said, to the best of your ability. It's not perfect. It's not about spending 3.5 hours a day affirming. It's about the quality of your thoughts and what are you predominantly thinking. So that's why it's not about this technique of affirming, but it helps and it's amazing. But then the rest of the time, you also either, you basically need to have good quality thoughts that align with your end result as often and as much as you can. If you waver mentally, your manifestation is not ruined, everything's still okay, so don't panic, but it will mean that your 3D reality in turn wavers. You cannot be thinking and doubting and questioning circumstances and then expect your physical reality to shift regardless. It's great that you're still affirming or visualizing or scripting, but it's about the predominant focus. So if you do get a lot of negative thoughts, it's still okay, but then you apply the mental diet. Your SP will be reflecting that hot and cold back to you, like I said, because it's part of your physical reality. Everything outside of you physically is going to reflect back to you what you're predominantly thinking. So affirmations are the way to shift your beliefs, but it's mainly the repetition of those affirmations. Like I said once that I'm a multimillionaire, it's not enough to shift my reality and have that result come in. There may be something, it's entirely possible, me saying that once, fingers crossed, that in 5 minutes, kind of financial success will be shown to me, but it's unlikely I'm going to suddenly become the multimillionaire, right? Because it takes a repetition. To change your reality, you have to focus on what are your predominant thoughts, what's your main thought process throughout the day. Are you engaging, which is relating to my one of my previous videos recently, what are you engaging with throughout the day? Is it negative content? Is it positive content? You have to put your best effort in to persist every day and be consistent. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it useful. If you did, please thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell, and I'll see you next time.